Hopefully we're live.
We're live. Let's go.
What an intro. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Well,
I
we'll
was
make
I don't
you
think
one,
I've ever
Greg.
seen the
Waste.
intro before. It was epic. My goodness. I got to get me one of those.
We'll make you one.
We lose
saw you
Dan.
rock
He's
it out.
back.
Dan's back.
Yeah.
Internet's
Well-
back. Let's go.
Internet problems. Thank you very much. I'm getting an echo. All right, hang on.
Sound fine over here?
Yep.
Yep.
I think you're good, sir. Oh, just on his end. Okay. Switching out the headphones. Anyone ever wondered if these are actually live? Here's the proof.
Oh, man.
Plus, Dan has like a sinus infection going as well. So he's dealing with
Ah.
that. Might be all the Sudafed might be. Hitting a
He
little
told me
bit,
earlier
but-
he wasn't feeling 100%. I didn't probe too much, but that makes sense.
So while he's figuring out what he's got going on, we're here today to talk about the new SDK that you may or may not have access to. And we have Greg and Miguel with us, who are the experts, as much of experts as anybody could be at this point.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know we were talking about that. I thought we were just showing our
Like-
overskill apps. my
Oh, same
goodness.
thing. Yeah. Anything and everything.
Yeah, we could definitely jump into some of that. If we dive a bit deep into that, we should make it very clear that the SDK, if you don't know what it is, you're probably like, what the heck is that? It's a really cool feature that's in beta right now. It's only been released to certification members and founding overskill members. Those are the only two groups it's been released to so far. Hopefully I don't get in
So
trouble,
does-
but I could probably show you guys some really cool things with it. But just know you won't be able to do it in your account just yet. We have testers using it, breaking it. We're going to squash all the bugs before we release it to everyone out there in ClickFunnels land. But yeah, we could probably show some of that. Why not?
So
you
I think like the use case, like it came at the right time for like my business, things like Tony Barnett and I are doing. We have a client in Australia who can't use Payments AI because it's not in AUD, but they want PayPal button. So what I do, I built it using the SDK, and now it works just like in my ClickFunnels account. The normal Stripe, here's the other benefit, right? Payments AI doesn't give you link with Stripe, so I can have best of both worlds with it. And yeah, little
my
hiccups to
goodness,
get it
so
going.
cool.
But I watched this great video from this guy named Gregory Dakins, and actually, I take it back. I fed it into AI. I fed it to Claude. And I was like,
It just
learn
like
everything
summarize it
about
for you.
this.
That's awesome.
Pretty much.
I love that's so cool. That's so smart. Yeah.
But it's
so,
up and working in
It's amazing.
3 days.
That's so cool. I love to hear like the ways people are already starting to use it because there's really a ton of possibilities. So those of you that are wondering what is SDK, actually someone asked me on a call earlier, what did that stand for? I didn't even know. They're like, Dan told me. What does it stand for again, Dan? I already forgot.
Software Development Kit.
There you go.
It's
That-
basically a
that's the thing.
file of instructions that, like anything on that we're dealing with AI, whether it's a prompt, it's a skill, it's a routine, it's an MCP, it's an SDK, it's a PML. They're all just instruction files, and they
Yeah.
instruct the AI to do different tasks. And that's
Yeah.
what this is it basically says, this is how you connect one system to another system. And in this case here, we're connecting the AI stuff that we're building with ClickFunnels.
Yeah. So I can show you guys a little example of how I've used it this week. It's kind of meta because we released the feature and we want to get feedback on the feature. So I created a feedback form, super like custom. It looks really cool. But it's not like a feedback form you could typically just create out of the box with ClickFunnels. So I created it using Overskill, built out the shell of the funnel in ClickFunnels using Claude and the MCP server, and then connected the two of them together. So now whenever someone fills in our feedback form, it sends us fancy notifications and everything, but it also collects those leads, all of their responses as custom attributes in their contact profile inside of our ClickFunnels account. So maybe I'll show that first. It's a good intro to both SDK and Overskill at the same time. And then I can use it to show you guys some of the cool things we've built in Overskill as well.
So I think for the people that are wondering, okay, what's Overskill versus ClickFunnels? Am I building ClickFunnels? Like, what am I doing? It's the SDK is going to be the bridge between the two things. So you can still use the CRM, you can still use the payments, although you can use payments in Overskill. You could use opportunities, all of that stuff that's inside the box in ClickFunnels. Like, I have a project that honestly, Claude's been like creating it's like a high-tech blog, basically crazy blog. It's pulling all these articles, and I've not done anything with it because I didn't want to have to deal with people subscribing to the newsletter. But I'm like, oh, I'll just stick that in SDK. ClickFunnels will handle all the opt-ins to the newsletter, and problem solved.
Absolutely. Okay. I wasn't prepared to show the ClickFunnels side of this. So I'm pulling things up here in the background. Can I share my screen on here?
We'll keep talking while you're doing it.
No, I'm good. I got it now. I'm fast.
Now, my question is, so we know that you can set up payment gateways inside of Overskill. You can collect names in there. You can make sales in there. You could even set up emails and all that in there. But this is taking this and putting those functions back into ClickFunnels. Now, my question is, can you then, with this SDK, you build an app in Overskill, can you then use the payment gateways inside of ClickFunnels instead of having to set that up inside of Overskill?
Did you not watch the video, Dan?
Yeah, Madison just said that.
Was that the gym? And I lost my connection, and
I mean,
exactly what I was saying earlier.
The use case that I've always thought of has always been a struggle for me. Like, I've always loved those like BuzzFeed type quizzes, right? They're really interactive. They're really fun. You could use something. There's been a couple quiz softwares out there. That's been a pain in ClickFunnels. Like, honestly, that has been such a pain to collect the contact information and send somebody a personalized report. Now, build it with AI, build it with Overskill, build it with Claude, put it into ClickFunnels, let it handle all of your opt-ins, and then you basically, I mean, that's like one of the use cases I thought of, like, right out of the gate.
Yeah, 100%. Like, basically, like, anything super custom you wanted to do, you could theoretically do now, right? Like, you could build anything you want with AI now. Like, anyone can build anything that they want. Harder parts are, connecting it to reliable backend systems that are going to trigger automations and emails and everything. That's already set up inside ClickFunnels. So doing this really kind of merges both those worlds. It's the perfect bridge, as you said earlier.
So, Greg, if you're ready for me to share your screen, I'll put it up.
Yeah, pull this up. Okay, so this is a sort of meta example of this. So we released this to FBCC members, and if you're an FBCC and you're watching this, you're going to get a email and a post about this a little bit later on. We want your feedback. You've had it since last Wednesday now. We want to know what's working, what's not working, what your thoughts are. So I created this special feedback form, and I just created it right inside of Overskill. It's just like, hey, I need to collect feedback. Here's ClickFunnels.com. Pull the style guide off of there. These are the questions I want to ask. And it just spit this out for me. I asked it to like make it fun, make it do things that ClickFunnels can't normally do. And it made this page for me. So on the ClickFunnels side,
Greg, before you go any further, because this is the part that tripped me up on this whole SDK thing. Because I'm being told, okay, you can build this page somewhere else. So in this case here, we're building a page in Overskill, but you could build a page on Wix, you could build it on WordPress, you could do whatever. But if you do that and you connect it through the SDK, you're going to be able to do purchases. Everything's going to funnel back into ClickFunnels. This is the part I did not understand, is what you're seeing here on the screen. Is it actually, the SDK actually builds the funnel inside of ClickFunnels. It actually, so if you hover over the dark part, the image part of one of those, it says external. That is pulling in the external page into ClickFunnels. This is the part I didn't understand. And when Greg showed me this like an hour and a half ago, I was just like, oh, now I understand how the SDK works. Because before that, it didn't make any sense. Now that you see that it's in ClickFunnels, now it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So technically the SDK didn't build this funnel. So on the ClickFunnels side, we're basically building like the shell of our funnel. We're just building the workflow and we're adding in external pages, which is a new page type you can add in once you have this feature unlocked. What I did do though, was I went into Claude and I was like, hey, I just built this 2-step funnel inside of Overskill. I want to connect to ClickFunnels, build this funnel inside of my ClickFunnels account and attach it to these external pages. So the MCP actually built this funnel for me and created the connection for me as well. It gave me basically a prompt that I could, that once it built this out, it then sent me a prompt that I could paste into Overskill, and then Overskill added all the code to these pages to make the connection actually function properly. Now these pages that I created in an app in Overskill, you know, I'm collecting opt-ins, I'm collecting page views. If I had an order form on here, it would actually pull through the products and order forms that I've created inside of ClickFunnels to be on that page for me. So it's so cool. It's
So
kind of like a lot to like wrap your brain around, but once you set it up, it's just like so easy to use over and over and over again.
yeah, I'll say this, Dan, just to kind of get a little bit more technical, just so you understand. Technically, what's happening on those pages in Overskill is it is adding in the header code a key that will ClickFunnels recognizes, and then each element. So let's say, for example, you're collecting name, email. It'll give it a class as well for those elements, and so it bundles all that together. It's what the SDK does: is bundles it together and then shoots that over into ClickFunnels.
Okay.
So if
Also,
you look at these
also
pages, you'll look at the
creates
header.
custom attributes as well somehow or
Yeah,
another.
that too. Yep.
Okay. So my question is, so we know that it works with Overskill because you guys have tested that. You've done a whole bunch of stuff. I said Wix and WordPress. Does it actually work with those? Has somebody tested that? I don't want to sell this as it's a end all be all without having any evidence of that. We definitely know it works with Overskill for sure.
It
Yeah.
works with HTML, just regular. Like that's what I've built because I have a in-depth client folder with like examples and everything. So I just use Claude to build out me basically HTML, a little bit like Next.js type website. Tons of animation on it, tons of cool stuff on it, and I plopped it in, and then built the website first. Then said now put it into ClickFunnels and connect it with the SDK.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
working just fine.
theoretically, it should
Oh,
work,
yeah.
Dan. I haven't tried it yet,
Okay.
but
So this,
theoretically, as long as we can add the code to those pages, it should function.
well,
Sure.
add the code,
It's a little
and it has the ability to differentiate like the opt-in forms, the checkout forms, all that, and be able to connect them together. Checkout forms is going to be definitely the toughest of those things, but
Yeah.
opt-in form should be pretty simple.
The awesome part is like the MCP knows all the rules. There's actually in the training you get like a skill file as well that you can share with whatever AI platform you're using. Between the MCP and the skill files, like it knows everything. It just does it for me. Like I don't understand any of those pieces of it. I just tell it what I want and it makes it happen, which is awesome. So with this specific example right here, I built these 2 pages in Overskill, and then I went on to Claude, whatever you guys call it.
Claude, Claude hoppers, Claude.
Like
Claude.
claw.
It's your Canadian accent coming out.
Well, it's spelt like a Frenchman's name, so I'm going to say it like a Frenchman. So I just went into there. It's already connected to the MCP. I just said, I built these pages, create everything that I need inside of ClickFunnels, get the page token IDs, all that stuff, the code and everything, create the prompt for me that I can then just paste into Overskill. Did that, connected it all. So now if I go here, it looks like this. This is the fun feedback form I created. If you're in FBCC, you're going to get this at some point today. I want your feedback. So feel free to come here and fill this in for me. But it has like, fun little slider. It has this little thingy here. It has all slidey stuff, right? I didn't give it a ton of instruction as to what I wanted to say, but it already knew so much for me working on like doing testing and everything on it. I already knew tons about it. So it just like did amazing copy for me right out of the box. But just show you here, if I fill this in, say, actually, let's do Miguel, some emails from Miguel. Like right. So I could choose what the feedback is about here. I can set it to Are you happy or are you unhappy, Miguel? Let me know. What do you think?
I'd say in between.
You're like a
I'm
2?
checking. No, 4. Let's do a 4.
You're 4? Okay, I'll do a 4. Okay. Let me say. It didn't hand me $1 million. What should we build next? A $1 million printing machine. Okay. So that goes through. Oh, I broke it. No. That didn't go through. What did I do wrong? Well, I should test this before I did this. Let's try it one more time.
Demo.
This is live. Yeah, we are live, guys.
That might have gone through, but
Now, while you're doing that, though, I will say this just to add on to what Madison said earlier.
I broke it at some
the-
point, so I have to go into Overskill and fix it.
with the PayPal thing. Like those analytics, like that's the biggest thing, right? It's like the biggest concern has always been, okay, I want to use an external platform, but as soon as we leave ClickFunnels, we no longer are able to track anything that happens outside of there, right? So this now allows us to keep them kind of still within ClickFunnels, but utilizing external platforms and capture data, capture analytics, which is super key. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite features that has come out recently.
And this is a good reminder to everybody that this is, I don't even know if we can say this is in beta yet. So this is more like an alpha. It's being tested. There's a few people who have it, a few people who are working with it. And Madison has had probably, I don't know, as far as I know, Madison may be the only person who built something in here other than Miguel and Greg. And of course the dev team.
And I'm out of overskill tokens, so that's why I'm using Claude. Like, to be honest, like I love overskill, but I have the max plan for Claude so far for the rest of the month. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just keep rolling with that instead of.
But anyway, you can see it was working for me on the 22nd here, and I collected leads when they filled in those forms. So good thing I haven't sent this out to all the members yet. But I don't know. I just asked Overskill to find out why it's not working and fix it, and maybe it'll fix it while we're live on the call. But that's the idea. Is now all my leads are collected in here. If I had automation sequences connected to that opt-in step, it would fire everything off, do everything that I want on the back end side of things. So that was one of the first ones I created. Then I created a second one because, as I mentioned, we released it to FBCC members. Also released it for a small group of Overskill founders, the founding members of Overskill. I don't entirely remember how they became the founding members, but they did. They got in like super early.
Does that include Overskill game participants or basically just pre-platinum marketing secrets?
No idea.
No idea. If you got an email from Greg,
all I know is if you got an email from me today, and if you're in the secret Telegram channel, you got this. So I sent it out in there. But so here it shows you how to do this with Overskill. I created training. I was like, hey, I want to get feedback from them, but I also need to release this training. I don't necessarily want to like create an entire course. I do want to have like a nice fun page, has Overskill branding, and like want to be able to like check lessons off as complete, embed these Boomly videos. So I created a little landing page for me, and I can mark and unmark my lessons as complete. And then it tells me to go submit feedback. So maybe this one's still working. This is basically the same feedback form, but branded for Overskill to make the founders feel nice and special about being founding members. Let's try this one. Maybe it's working, unless I broke this one as well, in which case that is a bigger deal because I did send this to people today. So there you go. That one, right? Yeah, confetti went through. Just saying, like, we may or may not follow up with you. And what's happening in the background as I'm testing this is we have an entire channel with our dev team on the ClickFunnels side that's going to see every single feedback submission that comes through. So please, if you got one of these sent to you, just know that a real human is going to look at every one of these. So don't just like spam us random stuff, please. Okay. So there's an example, right? So I did it once and then I remixed the app inside of Overskill, and I literally just like keep the same questions, but go to overskill.com, grab the style guide from there and make it look like it's Overskill instead of ClickFunnels. And a few minutes later, I had completely other funnel, told the MCP to connect it all up. I didn't have to do a ton of work. It was just running in the background as I was doing other things. I think I was in a meeting while I did that. So pretty sweet.
And so this page right now, this is actually a page in ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
In
So
ClickFunnels.
I go back to my funnel list here. That's a good point. Now we'll be able to see the one that I just did in the opt-in list. So here's the 2 pages. We go to my opt-ins. I have Jeopardy music if we want somewhere. I forget which button it is. I don't want to push the wrong one. Theoretically, if this loads. There we go. Okay, so there's me at 6:32, which I'm set to some weird time zone apparently, but that was just me right now. You can see the rest are on the 21st. So, great. And I just got the overskill notification, so let's see if it fixed it. It says updated. Okay, let's publish that. And then when that goes through, we can test the other one again before I send it out to everyone. So yeah, there's 2 different funnels that I have connected through SDK between Overskill and ClickFunnels. You can see I tested this a few times. Final test 98. But yeah.
I mean,
And-
for
and
me,
Greg,
like,
what's that? Okay, go ahead, Madison.
I was gonna say, for me, this opens up so many things I've always wanted ClickFunnels to do. Like, for example, and Dan's like, why can't you do this with ClickFunnels? Personalized canvases. I have sold a ton of them on Shopify, but on Shopify, an upsell is a pain in the butt. Like, it's a nightmare to do that, right? To have any type of one-time offer or any type of just the structure of it. So Dan's like, you could do that in ClickFunnels. So I'm like, no, because I want the person to see the name on the canvas that they are creating. That's like part of the big thing. So people know, like, oh, you're going to put the right thing on. I can see it. I can see what it looks like. So to be able to build an app, granted, this is like a React Next.js app. Put it onto ClickFunnels using the SDK. Somebody can go through, personalize a canvas, child's name, colors, all of that. Now that's stored in my backend. So when they actually go through and make the purchase, it's tagged in both places. All I have to do is then hook up Printify and have that sent out. And now I can also say, hey, do you want to get a second one? Or do you want to get a third one? Or do you want this other thing? And I can carry on that person's name and personalize that next product. And that, I mean, I have thought about that for like 3 years, how to do that with ClickFunnels. And I've even told Andrew, and he's like, but there's custom attributes. I'm like, nah, not really. That would really allow you to do that. But this opens that up to do pretty much a lot of that customization, personalization that's in Shopify that you didn't have.
Yeah. You do all your back-end follow-ups too, based on what they have or haven't done through that entire process as well. Crazy. Basically, yeah, like really anything you can think of making that you couldn't connect to ClickFunnels before, you can now I was gonna say 99% chance you could probably connect it to your ClickFunnels account now, which is insane.
What were you gonna say, Dan?
Oh, I was going to say something. I was going to ask Greg where he got that cool sidebar from that keeps opening up and closing for him, but just because
this thing,
just let everybody know that
I'm kind of used to it now.
Yeah, it's a function now inside of Chrome where instead of having your tabs across the top, you can put them down the side. And you don't have to have it open and close like that. You can just leave it open all the time if you want.
What I do really like about it is if you do a lot of screen recordings like I do, you can now, instead of everyone seeing everything you have open, you can share your full screen and just move it like this. That's what I should have did so you guys aren't looking at that the whole time. Now I can hide well, actually, I'm not too bad today, but hide the unforgivable amount of browser tabs that I have open.
Well, the nice thing about it, when I first discovered this like a month ago, is you can actually see if you leave it open all the time, which there's a setting up at the top, you just click on it, it'll stay open all the time. You could actually see the full name, the full title of the tab, instead of where we get on so many calls with people and they got 500 little tabs across the top, and all you got is like this little microscopic image. You can't see anything. Here, you got the whole thing, and if you get too many that is too tall, you can scroll up and down. I was going to ask,
I haven't got there yet. I haven't filled it yet.
Yeah, I have.
You get a little scrolly bar when you fill it.
Yeah. In fact, I have one open right now. Yeah, you just, there's no scrolling, but you just roll your
You just
mouse
roll.
up and
Okay.
down and
Cool.
yeah. But it is pretty cool. But like Greg said, and Miguel's been testing it too. It takes a while to get used
does.
to looking at the side instead of looking at the top for absolutely everything.
I always leave mine open unless I'm on a call or something. I collapse it, but majority of the day it's open just because I
Yeah.
spend like 3 seconds trying to get it to like I'll hover over it, it'll open, and then I'll go click the thing, and then it closes, and it's like I'm fighting with it more than I need to. So I'll leave it open, but if I'm on calls or recording things, I'll collapse it.
I have noticed sometimes, like if I click too fast here, I end up clicking this X by
Yes,
accident.
it's exactly what happens. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm getting used to it.
And the ability to have it hover and open and close as you hover, that's actually an extra special setting that you
yeah,
gotta dig.
I checked
you gotta
an extra
basically
box for
Google it to ask it how to do it. But there is a collapse button up at the top, so if Greg goes up there and clicks on that collapse button, it'll just stay open all the time.
this here. I don't want it open all the time. I need that extra space. I need
Yeah.
that. Okay, I built a bunch of other stuff in Overskill. Do you guys want to see
Go for it.
other stuff that I made? Okay, so the next one technically is connected to ClickFunnels, but I'm not using the SDK at all on this one. So I built this one pre-SDK. I built this one during the funnel games. It's called funnelroast.ai. Anyone watching, you're free to come and use this. I made this to make my life a little bit easier on our Funnel Hacking Friday sessions. So in the certification program, every Friday we go live, we roast people's funnels, like we tear them apart. And I don't like being mean to people. So I introduced Warden Chuck here. He's a grumpy old funnel expert, and he's going to be mean to people for me. So the idea behind this is you can take the URL of your funnel, dump it in here, and then Warden Chuck, who has 40 years of experience and no patience, will give you some feedback. So who's got a funnel for me? What funnel should I use? What do you think? We could just do like onecomaclub.com or something. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'll say this: it might also have been inspired by a member who is on this call.
I don't think so. I think you were incorrect
it
about
might
that.
resemble.
I was gonna
one.
say it looked like someone I know. Looks very familiar.
No, Dan
This
doesn't
guy-
wear a vest.
Yeah, he's
What if I'm just a black shirt?
Canadian
Yeah, I
Dan.
would never wear that
Canadian Dan.
unless it was cold. Then maybe.
Do you camp? I don't picture you camping. He's
I
a
glam.
camping expert.
I'm just a glamping kind of a gal. That's all.
He's a glamper.
So we gave it a bunch of instructions based on some really famous marketers. The main one does actually kind of resemble him. It's not Dan, but think of another old grumpy marketer who's really well known.
Another grumpy one.
Another Dan.
Maybe you name Dan. Maybe.
A different Dan.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. We have a bunch of information on that, bunch of rules from like some of my favorite funnel optimization training, some of my favorite breakdowns by Russell, and it gives you a bunch of feedback. So in this case, first thing it does is it judges like your emotion, logic, fear sections of your page. You can do both desktop and mobile, and it gives you a score. And it has a bunch of other criteria that it ranks you on. You'll notice if I start going, eventually it's locked. So I can't see what I got a 4 out of 10 on here. So I need to make it better so that when you essentially once you start seeing these, we technically should see the opt in here. But if I opt in here and give my email, it unlocks the rest of the feedback. So I've just collected a lead as like a funnel building expert, and ideally mostly the people who have really bad scores are filling this in, and then I can reach out to them and be like, hey, I know Ward and Chuck gave you a bunch of feedback, but do you need someone who will actually implement all that for you? And then I can be their funnel builder. Now what happened in the background there is on step 1, I just entered my email, and it's not connected to SDK, but in Overskill, you can connect to the ClickFunnels API. So connected ClickFunnels to my Overskill account, and I just said, hey, whenever someone opts in to unlock the rest of the feedback, add them into my ClickFunnels account, give them a tag that just says like, step 1 lead. I forget what it was. Give them a specific tag that identifies them as someone who has only filled in the first step. So I can add them to an email sequence saying like, hey, we want to fix your funnel for you. Like I have a whole sequence go out to them. Now here is saying, are you too tired to chop your own firewood? Our team can do that for you. There's a little application form here they can fill in, and then we'll reach back out to them and schedule a call. So that then again, when you fill in the second part, shoots it over to ClickFunnels, the contact over to ClickFunnels, tags them appropriately. And just by adding a tag, I could trigger automation sequences as well, right? I could have any series of automated things happen based on them receiving a specific tag. So even just through the API, something you build in Overskill can still trigger automations over on the ClickFunnels side. So that was not as cool as the SDK, but worked for me. But it gives you all kinds of feedback. So like literally on our funnel right now, on Comic Club Challenge, you're getting a 3 out of 10 on something called Trash Pandas. It says one spot says August, another says January. So somewhere we forgot to update a date. So we'll actually like go through this every once in a while and see what we missed. What's actually happening here, honestly, is there isn't actually a spot that says January. It's actually like reading the code of my page. So somewhere on the page, there's a hidden row. Maybe it's in the pop-up. I don't know. Somewhere on the page, there's a hidden text element that says the wrong date that someone hid somewhere along the lines, and we just never deleted it completely. So,
but there's also a good reminder for people is that if they hide a bunch of sections on their pages, the average person isn't going to see it. But who is going to see it is the browser is going to see it because it has to paint the entire thing, whether it's hidden or not. I mean, obviously the hidden part doesn't get painted, but who else is going to see it is AI.
Word
so if you're working, well, Warren and Chuck will see it too, and then you get slapped for that. But the point is the AI is going to see it. So the AI is going through there and crawling your site, and you may want the AI to be crawling your site.
Such a good
you
point.
may also be giving it bad information that is then going to show up in the search results. So be careful about that.
Yeah. Come on, ClickFunnels developer, funnel builders. Okay, so that's one app I've been playing around with. What else have I built?
I'll just say this too, because this was a conversation that came up a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, okay, I have an idea for an app in Overskill, but I don't really know how to like put it out there, or like make it work for me, or sell it, or make money off of it. And this is a great example of building, like, this is I'm not going to say super simple app, but it was a really quick idea that you came up with. And you were able to get an output fairly quick. And so with this, now you can utilize this as an email listing tool. So like you're generating leads just by simply
generating leads and even scheduling people for sales calls right from on here, right?
Well, we had Connie on last week, and she had built a funnel that I forget what it did, but it basically scanned somebody's funnel page just like this, and it was a rev scan kind of a thing. So she was scanning it for the amount of revenue they could potentially make with it or whatever. And again, then you want a full blown rev scan done for you. Leave your email address. So again, it's a perfect example of a lead magnet.
Yeah. And I built this like during the funnel games right after Russell mentioned, like that's one of like the easiest apps to start with and where he would start. And now I use it every Friday on the Funnel Hacking Friday sessions. We're roasting funnels. So it's a tool I get to use all the time now and just like get leads. And obviously for me, any true leads I get from this, I'll just share with the certification community because I'm very busy. But that's one app.
But any funnel builder can build something very similar to this.
Oh yeah,
get it out
absolutely.
To the world.
You can probably market it way better than I
am. Miguel yesterday found a site where basically weren't all the ads going to a dead page or something?
Yeah, several of them were going to a broken link.
Yeah. So something I just thought of here is, could somebody build an app that would go into Facebook, find particular industries or particular parts of the town or something, go through there and find all of the ads that are going to bad pages, or find all the ads who go to any page and then scan those pages and have that all done automatically.
You should say that, Dan.
My God.
funnelsearch.ai, which is actually
Well,
currently broken. So don't sign up
which
for
I
it.
actually did not know he built it. So this was not a setup.
I literally had no idea. I didn't tell anyone I was going to show this one today. This one isn't ready to be used right now. It's one of the first apps that I actually started making an overskill. I just got distracted by other apps. But the way that this works is basically I was thinking in FBCC a long time ago, we had this thing called, what was it called?
Funnel Builder Search.
Funnel
which
Builder
is
Search.
Technically AdsGrow. I think it was AdsGrow.
Yeah. It was a white labeled
It was like
version
white
of another
label.
app.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the Rainmaker proposal training with Ben, he references it a ton, and we white labeled it from this guy. We paid him a bunch of money, and one day he just like disappeared off the internet, and app went down. We could no longer use it. Like we literally can't create new accounts for anyone. I don't think it even works anymore if you try to open it. This guy just disappeared off the internet. So as I got access to Overskill, I was like, hey, we could just make our own, and then all that training is relevant again. So I started making my own version of it. And this is what's actually really cool about this one is I had no idea how to do anything like this, but I was able to connect this directly to Meta's API, and it's free to crawl their API. I don't have to pay anything. I just had to like learn how to go into the Facebook or the Meta developers tool, whatever you want to call it. I literally just asked AI. I was like, "Okay, this is what I need to do. How do I do it?" And it literally just walked me through all the steps. I had to like go in my control panel and like prompt the API key with like the special prompt. No idea what I was doing. I just literally followed the instruction of the AI, and it worked. Now, one caveat is I have to reset the connection every 60 days or something. And literally as I was going live, I was like, hey, I'll pull that up, and it's not connected anymore. So I have to like go into my command prompt and redo the thing that I don't understand. But it's also pulling ads from Google Ads as well. So I don't know if it's going to work right now live on the call, but to keep it free like this, it wasn't able to pull through images. So I actually decided, I want to give this to FBCC members. I don't want to have to like charge them money for like if there's any AI cost, then it's costing me money, so I'm gonna have to like charge them for credits or something. So that doesn't cost anything, which was awesome. Oh, let's see. Okay, so pulled through some Google ads. The Meta ads come in orange. So it doesn't pull through the image, but if you click on any of them, it opens up the image. And then I made this little library where you could save all the ads that you found. So like here's one that I found when it was still connected to Meta. And I just paste in the screenshot and it saves it in here for me. So then I can make my whole little library of ads, just like we were doing with Funnel Builder Search. The idea here too is like you can use this for client acquisition. You go in here, search a specific location, search specific niche, find the find the ads that lead to crappy funnels, and then you can reach out to these people and say, hey, I just made a way better version of your funnel. It's going to convert way better for X, Y, Z reasons. Let me be your funnel builder, or pay me to make your funnel builder better, whatever it is, right? So that was kind of the idea behind it, but could make this even better doing some of the things that Dan was just talking about, right? The other piece to it that may or may not work right now, honestly kind of similar to what Ward and Chuck does, is I created an analyzer. At the time, I was trying to do it the way that Ward and Chuck does it, where I just put the URL in, but it was like 2 days after Overskill was released, and I burned like 100,000 credits trying to get it to work. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to send it screenshots. So you could do like a full page screenshot of your funnel, and then it actually analyzes it and tells you how you could make it better for conversion.
Well, now you have your other one built. You could probably merge them together now.
Yeah. So this one actually wasn't as good as what Ward and Chuck does for us, but it gave this page a 45. It has like a whole history and
But
everything too.
I think with like Overskill now, can't you reference other apps? So you could say,
you could even
I
do
could
that,
go to,
yeah.
hey, I already have this built in this app. Bring the warden in.
Yeah. So I actually did that here.
Funnel search. Yeah.
So remember earlier, I showed you guys I built the funnel feedback form. I built the Overskill branded one first, and then here, see it's attached. That's the Overskill branded one. When after I remixed it, I was like, hey, in the backend, I actually set it up to trigger a webhook, which is attached a Zapier webhook, which has some automations in it to like notify us of new submissions inside of our Slack channel and stuff. So I was just like, hey, everything you did to like send that message to the webhook and Zapier, do that on this one as well. And so it was able to reference what it did
You
before
didn't
because
just
I attached
build it
here.
into the Slack integration, like just have it use
So I
Slack
tried-
API and just push it that way.
I tried doing that, but
Because it's
our-
so simple
our
to
s-
do.
well, the thing was our Slack account is controlled by our IT team. Like it's a
Oh.
big organizational account, and I would have had to wait longer. So I didn't want to wait. So I just
Fair
sent it to Zapier.
That's good. Somebody's got to keep
Just me being
Zapier in
impatient.
business.
Right. Technically, when
They're like going to become the
required, but-
blockbuster of the internet.
I made it right. So that's another one that I've made. And then this is the one that I've spent the most tokens on. Is this little app called Funnel Builder Pro AI, which got released to our certification members a few weeks back. This is a beast. Probably spent way too much time. Definitely spent way too much tokens. I think this is probably outside of maybe some of the stuff Russell and Todd have done, probably the app in Overskill that has the most tokens spent on it. And honestly, I was like the first one to try a bunch of stuff that is in here. So I was like the beta tester for a lot of the features. So it was worth it for the Overskill team because they got all of that stuff fixed, but it cost me a ton of tokens to like hit those issues. But yeah, probably a little overzealous in what I wanted to do here, and some changes coming up to this, but I'll walk you guys through it really quickly. So I call it the AI Copilot built into every stage of your funnel workflow, and it's specifically like wrapped around the frameworks that we teach inside the certification program. So wanted to just like make a step-by-step system where at the end, certification members can have two valuable outputs. One, a really great funnel design that's going to be tailored to their client, to everything about their client, and two, a full-blown proposal that they can use to then sell said funnel design to their client. So it is basically 8 modules to get those two final outputs. And I created this because I've been doing something like this on my own with clients, just using like various AI tools. It's just kind of like this process that I put together for myself without even realizing it. So you can make folders and everything, but each project would be like another funnel that you're going to build for a client. So here's an example of just like some testing I've been doing lately. The first module, it uses like Perplexity deep research. You just answer, I think it's like 6 questions or something about your client, and then does like a bunch of deep research. And the idea here is it's going to build upon itself as it goes through each module, so that when you build the funnel, it's tailor-made. So here's going to do all the research so it knows everything about your client. Then when you lock that in, it's going to pull through all the potential avatars for what that client is doing. In this case, I already selected one. But if it made sense to sell it to multiple people, it would pull that all through for me. But we know marketing doesn't always make sense to try to sell it to multiple groups at once, right? Like probably doing ourselves a disservice if we try to sell it to like everyone all at once. I'm getting a huge echo.
Dan
Is that-
ran through the studio.
Oh, Dan, mute yourself. There, thank you, Dan.
Malia, now we
Okay.
know the culprit.
Yeah, it's him. It wasn't me. See?
So you lock in your avatar, you choose your avatar, then it does competition recon. So you just like click a button and it pulls through and ranks what it thinks like your top competitors will be. And then you can choose up to 5 of them. It does a cross analysis, figures out like what's working, what isn't working between all of your competitors. It's going to take that into consideration when doing like copy and funnel selection later on down the road here in our project. Then we have an offer analyzer. We lock in all the key details about our offer that we're going to be selling in said funnel, so that actually appears correctly in the funnel that we're going to design. And if you prompt it to, it'll give you like suggestions on how to improve your offer. But you lock that in. Then it does the funnel selector, which actually pulls right through the funnel diagnostic map that we use inside of the certification program, which is so awesome. And it gives you a wireframe of the funnel that it decides you should be using. You can change it if you want to. Straight from our diagnostic map tells you like everything you could wrap around that funnel, like follow-up sequences, other types of funnels. Lock in some additional information about the funnel. And then it takes you to the style guide. Ooh, and it looks like this project has reverted back to here. So based on everything that it's learned so far, it's going to put together 4 options for a style guide that it thinks will convert the best for the offer, for the audience, for your specific client. In this case, I selected this dark black and green one. We just lock that in. And then it comes to the actual funnel builder. So as you can see, I've already been on this step before, and I was on it. I built a webinar funnel, and at some point in my testing, I changed my funnel type. So in the funnel selector, you can change it if you want to. So it's saying you have a webinar funnel right now, but your funnel type is actually free challenge. Hit regenerate to make a new design. But anyways, this created a design which we can then export all of the code of and dump into ClickFunnels to have a design. We're actually going to change how this is working here pretty shortly because of all the SDK stuff. And really, this was like the most overzealous piece of this. Like, you know, there's entire companies like Lovable and the whole design part of Cloud Design that are dedicated to just this. And like me on my own, it was a pretty lofty goal to have this work for 12 different funnel types. So it was never perfect, but we're going to be switching this up so that we can use it in conjunction with whatever AI platform we want. That's its job to just make sure that we're getting really awesome funnel designs that follow the control templates that we teach inside the certification program. Still make it look really awesome and work inside of ClickFunnels. So that's getting an overhaul here probably this week. And then once you lock that in to my favorite part, which is, and I'll have to resynthesize it here. It creates an entire proposal for this funnel build for the specific client. And actually takes into consideration everything that we teach inside the certification program and in Rainmaker proposals when it comes to like pricing and timelines. And we have all kinds of calculators and stuff. It just does all that for us automatically. You can download it. You can export it. You can change things on it if you want to. It just gives you a really solid starting point for a proposal to a client. So you'll be able to show them sort of like what the funnel would look like and give them timelines, everything before ever jumping on a call to them. And all you do is literally follow steps. Hey, look at that. We have a show you down at the bottom of it. We have like investment timelines and next steps. So really just taking processes that were already in FBCC, combining them with like things that I was doing already with AI and turning it into this app that that our members use to just speed things up for themselves and use it to get clients, all that fun stuff. This was a beast of a app to build inside of here. It's using AI at like every step. We have like all kinds of like pricing, like packages and stuff where they can buy more tokens to be able to do this. So it's a beast to get it all set up and working, but like anyone could come in here and buy this and it would work.
Okay, now am I echoing still?
No, but Greg got muffled.
Yeah, your microphone doesn't
sound like you're in a wind turbine.
Okay. Well, what I wanted to say is I want Miguel now to show us that these apps that we're building don't have to do just with ClickFunnels. They don't have to do just with funnel building. He built one to use with his son.
Here, let me stop sharing. I asked Miguel earlier. He said he hasn't created anything. He's holding out on me.
Nothing worth sharing, but Dan really loves this app I built.
Here.
So,
well, too, if you go to the Overskill games, like you can fast forward to the end. Actually, I think it's its own recording. Go to the top 15, like the difference between the first app and the last app and all the apps in between. It's like it's all over the place. You can use Overskill to do whatever your mind thinks of. It's insane.
all right, sorry, I was gonna move you guys over to the other screen so it's not like a infinity.
You weren't ready for this, Dan? It didn't tell you to have this ready ahead of time.
I wasn't ready for anything. Okay.
Wait.
Wait, I asked you to do this 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did. Okay, fair. He did.
Oh, I
send
can
the
see it in the chat. It is there. I see it now. He's not lying.
Are you good to share?
Yeah, you're
Putting it
good.
up.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the things is like I have a 5-year-old, and doing things around the house, it's like pulling teeth out sometimes. And so I wanted to make it fun for my kid. I wanted to have, make it enjoyable for him to, pick up his shoes or pick up his clothes or give the dogs water. I mean, he like to the point now where he's like washing dishes. The other day I came downstairs and he's got music playing on our Google and he's washing the dishes. Now we probably have to wash them again, but he's at least washing them and doing laundry. Like it's crazy. But anyway, so I built it's an app called Taskly, and the idea is to create kind of a gamified chore list for your child. And hopefully this pulls up here. So basically there's a parent portal. So you can come in here. This is the parent dashboard, and you can add your different kids, and then you can also like create the chores in here. So you can see like these are different chores that I've created.
Did I see Miguel listed as a child in there?
Yeah. I have my own chores. No, I'm joking. This is a test one. I created I actually have it as a shortcut on my phone. So
that's so cool.
I don't even use the desktop. Because like he comes up to me, he's like, I did this, can I get points? And I'm like, yeah. So then we add the points to his account. Or the great thing is if he's not listening, then I can say, okay, I'm going to take away points, and then I just deduct whatever many points I think.
Is there a reward system? Like, does he get something like money or?
Yep. Yeah. So
Cool.
Each point is valued at, I just did $1 to make it simple. And so you can set the chores, and then you set the value of how many points you think that chore is worth. So, so like this one is sweeping.
I can't read it. How much are you paying your child here to do manual labor?
$10.
$10 to sweep?
I'm not
Pretty great on that
This is the-
program. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not paying anything to him. I
going to
will
your
say
house.
that as a legal disclaimer here. He's exchanging his earnings for items. So yeah, he's not getting paid anything.
Okay,
But anyway,
okay,
so you set it up here, and then
and credits for
rewards.
sweeping. What were some of the other ones there?
Put shoes away, clean room, put your clothes away, like clean up your toys. Like that's the biggest thing is like cleaning up the toys.
Yeah.
Get all these toys
Yeah.
out, and it's like got to put them away.
My entire living room is just a toy chest now. It's insane.
Oh, do you have a baby jail, Bill?
Chaos.
I just got a
what?
baby jail for Funnel Baby, a baby jail. So like it's like a play pit, like 5x5. I'm like, why didn't I think of this sooner? It's got some like, it's like it kind of
My baby
almost
jail
could be
is
a
just
ball pit.
my entire house is the baby jail right now.
We have ours
free
blocked in
reign.
the living room, so it's like they can't escape.
I'm like, no, not the dog's peanut butter pad. Put the
Yeah.
dog's peanut butter pad away.
The only thing blocked
It's
off right
really
now
a
is
baby
the
jail.
staircase down here into my my office /
Later.
dungeon. So
Well, I don't have a door,
yeah,
so
there.
that's the news. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Miguel. I sidetracked you by
No,
trying to
you're
figure
good,
out how
you're
much money I could
How
make by
much-
doing chores at your house.
Well, you're coming here soon, so yeah, I'll add you in here as a
Yeah.
child.
Okay, perfect. Add me.
Yeah, when you stay at my house, you're doing chores. You're cleaning up
Oh, yeah.
after yourself.
Well, if you're going to pay me,
um,
absolutely.
Yeah. So Malia, there is a reward. So like you can set. So like the other biggest thing that we ran into is like my mom and my mother-in-law, like they like to spoil him in like the most healthy way, somewhat. And so we would go to stores, and it was like every store we'd go to, he's like, I want this or I want this, and just because like they would buy the things for him. And so I had to kind of like figure out a way to nip that in the bud, and this was the way. So we have like a big prize. So if we go to the store, right, we can add that as your big prize, and so you work up, you do your chores around the house, you earn the rewards, and then you can exchange your points to get that big prize, or you can do other items, and you can customize this to your liking. But
Cool.
but yeah,
How much
so
does ice cream cost me?
$25.
$25 for ice cream?
Yeah, I think
Hopefully
it's
that's
actually. I don't think it's
discount.
val. I don't think it's. I don't think a point is $1. I can't remember how I set this up
Okay.
because
You need a rate sheet.
This one, yeah, this one's a little bit different from like.
That would be the
other
best
one I
ice cream
originally
cone
did.
I've ever had.
You know, this
Hey,
could be
man.
really good for adults too. It's coming
Bliz-
from ADHD.
Blizzards are expensive nowadays, so
It's true. I've had some expensive ice cream in the States, honestly. It's not that far off.
and so yeah, that's the parent dashboard. And then if we go into the actual like child view, I wanted to make this fun for him to like want to do it. And so when the child creates the account, it has like an egg. And then here, actually, let's see. I'll do it real quick. I'll add Greg as a child.
Oh yeah, add me in there.
Let me delete one of these children here.
What?
Greg.
Why'd you delete?
Gregory.
You can only have 3 children?
Yeah, apparently. So
Here's an update. That's not going to work for some families. You need to.
All right, so we got Greg in here. Let's enter into his world. Okay, so you can kind of see like this is how it's going to look here, and then you know what, this might have changed.
Where's my egg?
Oh, you know what?
Sprout?
I think I might have set your age too high. Hang on, I think I put a parameter. on that.
Yeah.
I think I just put 3.
Yeah, just put my intellectual age and it should be okay.
There we go. Okay, so it is a little bit different for older people, but the idea here is like they can pick their kind of theme. So
Okay,
let's say
Jungle, please.
jungle. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. And so
Princess was
then
tempting, but
which egg? Don't know which one.
Let's go top right corner. That one. Yeah, I'll take
Alright.
that egg.
What do you want to name it?
Eggy.
Oh no, I gotta fix this.
Oh, you can't type in there? Oh well.
No, it's just white. Okay,
Oh,
so you can see it has an egg, but they have to complete their first chore for the egg to hatch. And so I don't have any chores on Greg here.
I'll go
but
get my
I will-
toothbrush right now. I'll brush my teeth. I'm just kidding. I promise I
add
brush
some
my teeth already.
chores.
Say I brush my teeth. Say I brush my teeth.
You sure you brush your teeth?
Yeah, I do that every day.
Okay.
I never miss brushing my
Uh,
teeth.
Yeah, I already got that one in there.
I definitely don't have like the biggest
Ah.
dental history ever. Not me.
It's the strangest thing. Like
Uh.
when you actually go, they find problems. But if you don't go, then you have no problems.
Let's see,
Right?
brush your teeth.
I did that for a
Gregory.
long
It's a
time.
marketing scheme.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so let's say Greg did his first chore. Woo!
Woohoo.
Oh, you're hatching your egg. Woohoo!
Yay.
Meet Eggy. Okay,
Ah.
so you got like a little
He's a dog.
puppy. So the other fun part is like you
It's
can
the
see
worst
here-
name for a dog.
So you can see like there's a happiness or basically like mood scale. And so when you don't do your chores, Eggy gets really, really sad. And when you do your chores, he remains happy. So you want to like, not only are you earning points and rewards and being able to exchange for items, but like you also have to make sure your animal is happy.
That reminds me of like my
Taco-
brother had a
taco-
game that he like kept in his pocket. He had to, like feed this. It was like
Yeah.
a little device. You had to feed it. It's kind of like that.
Takomochi or a-
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
that's literally what I thought of. I was like, that
yeah. And if you
is-
don't feed it, it dies. Like,
Yeah. I didn't want to make it die. I was like, I'll just make it like super, super sad and
Okay.
crying. But yeah, it does
That's
get
fun.
really, really sad. Like just emoji. I tried I did try recreating this to I wanted to make it like more like childlike rather than just like using emojis. And so I've used Gemini to generate images, and I actually was able to create like this really cool fluffy creature. I just haven't plugged it in or anything, but yeah. So I took this idea and I actually kind of ran with this a little bit and realized I should probably do this for my entire family. And so I then created this one, which is almost like a don't know if you guys know what or have heard of Skylight or whatever it is. I think Doug actually created something similar, but like I wanted to do this for myself because my wife will leave me these sticky notes of items that I need to do. And then she's like, when do you have calls again? So yeah, I wanted to have this and do kind of like a full blown calendar type of thing for my family. So anyway, that is, I'm remixing that other app with this one to make it all one. So
Cool.
Yeah, Doug Boughton made something very similar to this. And I think what he said he did then is once the app was created, he loaded it up onto his iPad, and then they have the iPad stuck on the wall in the kitchen.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
everybody has access to it, and you can put in whatever you need to do.
yeah, because I think those the Skylight things are $300 or $400.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pay $300-$400 to build your own custom to your family. But yeah, those are the two biggest ones. And I did do something similar to Greg's. Actually, I'll show this one and then I'll be done. But this was an idea I had several years ago, and I haven't quite gotten the address part to work yet. I got it working for a little bit, but then it stopped. But the biggest thing is like being in a group of people or even like on date nights, it's like, where do we want to eat? Right. It's like figuring out where to go and eat has always been probably one of the hardest decisions. And so I wanted to create an app where you let the app pick for you. And so
Well,
you
Greg,
can.
Greg asked you before we started the call.
Yeah,
What do I have
here
for
we go.
dinner?
We should do this. Yeah, we could do this as a test.
Yeah. Please.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
So give me some example. Give me some stuff, Greg. What do you want? We got
I can't see.
Five Guys.
I'm eating as soon as this is over. I'm going to eat.
We'll say.
No, Five Guys is not an option where I live,
No,
unfortunately.
that's what's gonna happen. Jersey
We just got
Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. We just got like 2 weeks ago.
All right, I'll do Jersey
had it.
Mike's.
Probably too many times.
What else?
You got
what
like
else
a
you want?
taco truck anywhere? No, just
No.
that's just here.
Tacos.
Not my town isn't known for taco.
Coffee carts.
Indian food.
Yeah, we got lots of those. Lots
Okay.
of options
Do you
there.
like Indian food?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll do Indian
Pizza's always a good option for me, honestly.
pizza is always a solid option. Okay.
Oh, if Five Guys wins, there's a really good alternative.
Oh, you want me to put Five Guys in the hat? Okay, I can.
I thought you did.
I can. I took it off because you said
Oh,
you
yeah,
didn't
put it on there. Put it on there.
put it on there.
Well, sorry. Delete Five Guys. Put it in a place. I'm going to shout them out. It's called Apollo Grill, local to Peterborough, Ontario.
Is it
Yeah. Yes.
Grill with an E?
Grill. No, it's not French. I
okay?
don't think that's how you spell it in French. But they do add a lot. In French, you add E's to the end of everything. So you're on the right track.
Yeah, I know it's Canadian, so it's
Yeah.
speak French in Canada. Okay, we'll just run with that. So, or is there one more that you want to add?
Mm-hmm. What's your go-to? What do you usually go for?
Jersey Mike's
Come
is
on,
pretty.
it's Miguel. It's either Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A.
Ooh. Yeah, but see, he
Chick-fil-A.
doesn't
We
have,
don't
he doesn't have
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A.
You know what? The closest Five Guys to me is like 35-ish minutes away, and in the parking lot, it's Five Guys on one side, Chick-fil-A on the other side. So it's always like every time you stop there, it's like this huge dilemma. It's like, unless it's Sunday, then the choice is clear. But it's tough.
All right, we'll do that then. We're gonna throw it all in there for you, so you can.
I'm not driving 35 minutes.
Well, if this is selected, then you are.
That's it. You got to go.
So anyway, so you can
On
throw
Apollo
in
Grill, it's
options.
like next door to me.
Throw your options in here. Click you pick for me, and then it'll just kind of shuffle through, and then
We should have added sushi.
oh,
Should have added sushi.
Indian food.
Indian food.
Oh, there you go.
Here's the thing with Indian food. I had it last night.
Oh, all right.
So that's not happening.
We'll do it again.
Jersey Mike's, Apollo Grill.
Pizza.
You can never go wrong.
All right.
Well,
is tempting.
now, Miguel,
It's always,
you know,
always high on the
you
list.
know the next level of this app has to be now to connect it. So if it picks pizza, you now have to connect it to Google Maps.
pull
Yeah.
up
What do you
a
think,
map
what do you
of
think
Oh,
this
every
is
look
here,
at that.
buddy?
No, DoorDash.
What do you think this is here? Yeah, so I can't get this. I got it to work for a second, but I just haven't spent the time to figure it out. But yeah, so the idea is to like be able to put in your area code, and then it will, based on your distance of however far you want to travel. So if you don't want to travel the 35 minutes, you could put in, okay, I only want it to be under 5 miles. And maybe you want like vegetarian, or you want outdoor seating, or whatever it might be. Like, the idea here would be to be able to locate those restaurants and be able to then tell you, here's my recommendations. And then the final thing, which again, going back to kind of the idea, what sparked all of this was being in a group, and it's like no one really wants to make that decision of where to eat, and so you'll have like 3 different options being said. And so this group voting thing is you give them a link, and then there will be options, and then you have everybody vote for where they want to go, and then
Yeah.
whoever wins, that's where we go. So anyway,
So I think it's DoorDash. I think has that. Like when I've done it a few times at the ClickFunnels office, where like
Mhm.
everyone gets sent a DoorDash link and they all vote on what they want. I think that's a real
Now,
thing.
DoorDash
Yeah.
does have an affiliate program. So
Ooh.
you could have the
Ah.
takeout version of this as well.
Ooh,
Ooh.
smart.
Well,
It's not a
then
bad idea.
if they have an affiliate program, what about Uber Eats and whatever other options there are?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
every independent mom and pop that will just deliver straight away to you without using one of these apps, which a lot of them are pushing back in these apps because they're so freaking expensive.
Yeah, they
And you
upcharge
could-
a lot on
You could
item.
you could sell ads, and the people who buy ads, their business pops up more often than
Ooh,
other
have a
ones that
sponsor.
don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
for
I have
sure.
a feeling you could probably automate that now too. You could probably
Oh, yeah.
tie into some existing network.
You might have to use like an
people who are buying
SDK
ads.
and like maybe like a program like ClickFunnels, and they could have
What's
a
an
subscription.
SDK,
And
Madison? I've never heard of that before.
fancy thing. It's a fancy thing, Dan.
Oh, okay. I missed the
I already
beginning of the
forgot
show.
what the acronym starts.
Software development
Kit.
kit.
Oh, yeah.
That's an easy one to remember. Like I said, MCP is harder. But either way, we've been going for an hour and 9 minutes. Some of us
Oh my
were here
goodness.
some of the time. Some of us were here not all the time. I missed the intro. Malia missed more than that.
Sorry.
That's
Too
fine.
late.
But because I missed the intro, I didn't get to say a couple things that I normally say, which is, first one is, it's 26 days until Funnel Hacking Live. So if you want to get there, you want to talk about AI, which obviously is what we were talking about today, but it's going to be all about AI for 3-4 days, whatever it is. Go to funnelhackinglive.com. I dropped the links for things like the Overskill games and other stuff like that into the chat inside of ClickFunnels, where we are streaming the ClickFunnels official group. And if you want to be on this show and you've built something really cool with AI inside of Marketing Secrets or Overskill, or now, well, I guess SDK isn't out for most people yet. Anything that's related to ClickFunnels, just let me know. We'll have you on the show. We're going to keep doing 2 shows a week through Funnel Hacking Live. So we only got like 3 more weeks left. And then we're going to go back to probably just Fridays at that point, because Greg might be doing a show on just Tuesdays, but maybe that's just for the FBC. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. And if somebody doesn't have access to Overskill and you want it, reach out to any one of us you see here on the screen, because we each should have a couple of invite codes where you can jump the line. Which
May
is
have
like
already
8,000
expired.
people. Mine say they're good for like the next year.
Oh, I got an email
You
saying
got
your
the
invite code expired in 24 hours.
Dan got the special ones.
I must have. I don't know.
Dan is special.
I don't have any.
You know,
I gotta get me
well,
some of
Go
those.
check. You might be surprised. They might show up in there. But either way, if you need an invite code, reach out to one of us. Apparently not Greg or Madison. And we might have an invite code for you. So that's all I got. So I appreciate everybody being here. Greg, Miguel, Malia, appreciate you guys being here. And, this Friday, we have Winter Joe. What? I said, what?
You didn't say me.
We're the
Yeah,
host.
appreciate
We're
Madison.
the
Oh,
host.
okay. We have to be here.
We don't have a choice.
Without us, there's no show. But
Without me, there's no show.
Yeah, without
well, that's true.
Madison.
'Cause I don't know how to turn this thing on. So either way, this Friday, the great Winter Jones, creator of Barnum PT, and Susan Leonardson will be here, who is the chief trainer for Marketing Secrets and I think Overskill as well. She certainly talks about it a lot. So either way, we're going to have those guys on, and Greg can come back if he wants and hang out with his old buddy Winter Jones if he wants to.
I just might need to make an appearance because I got to get a hold of that guy. He's hard to wrangle. So he shows up, I'll show up.
Yeah. Did he like steal your skateboard and get it back?
Yeah, I need it back.
Okay. All right. On that note, let's get out of here.
All right.
right.
We will see everybody
Thanks,
on Friday.
everybody. Bye, guys.